Welcome back to Korean Wave TV, where we bring you the most heartfelt and emotional moments from the lives of your favorite Korean stars. Today's story is one that has truly touched the hearts of fans across the globe. It's not just about love, it's about deep emotion, family bonds, and a moment so genuine that even those who were trying to stay strong couldn't hold back the tears. We're talking about Sandara Park and Jung Il Woo, two beloved figures in the entertainment industry whose recent vow ceremony brought not only joy, but overwhelming emotion, especially for Sandara's mother, who was seen wiping away tears during the most unforgettable part of the event. What she said after the vows is what left the entire room in tears. The event was held in a private but elegant setting, tucked away in a serene venue in South Korea. Surrounded by close friends, family, and a few selected industry colleagues, the atmosphere was filled with anticipation and quiet emotion. While the couple has kept their relationship mostly private, their decision to share this intimate vow ceremony with those closest to them was a powerful gesture of sincerity and love. And for Sandara, this moment was not just a romantic milestone. It was the culmination of years of waiting, wondering, and believing that the right person would come along. As she stood before Jung Il Woo, her hands slightly trembling but her eyes locked with his, you could feel the electricity in the room shift. Il Woo, ever calm and composed, looked at her with a gentleness that only comes from deep trust and affection. They exchanged heartfelt vows written by themselves, not scripted, and it was in these words that their love was laid bare for everyone to witness. Sandara's vow was soft, steady, and emotional. She spoke of patience, of a love that found her when she had almost stopped looking. She thanked Il Woo for seeing her, for holding her when the spotlight was too bright, and for standing beside her when the lights went out. Her words weren't rehearsed, they were raw. "You walked into my quiet life," she said, voice shaking just slightly, "and you brought peace. Not noise, not chaos, just peace. And that's the kind of love I never knew I needed." A hush fell over the room. Her mother, seated in the front row, had already begun to dab at her eyes with a tissue. When it was Il Woo's turn, he paused before beginning. He took a breath and said, "They always say that you'll know when it's real. And Dara, with you I knew. Not because it was perfect, but because it was honest. Because when I look at you, I see home." He then turned to Dara's mother briefly and bowed, saying, "Thank you for raising the woman I've waited my whole life to find." It was in that moment, those exact words, that Sandara's mother couldn't hold back any longer. Tears streamed down her face. Her hands covered her mouth. Her shoulders shook gently, and everyone in the room could feel it. This wasn't just about a romantic union. It was about a mother watching her daughter finally being cherished the way she deserves. It was the kind of love every parent hopes their child will find, and seeing it come to life in front of her was simply too overwhelming to put into words. After the ceremony, as guests mingled and the atmosphere turned celebratory, someone gently asked Sandara's mother what had moved her the most. She smiled through her tears and said, "I've watched my daughter smile for the world, even when she was hurting. She's given everything to her career, to her fans, to those around her. But today, for the first time, I saw her smile not because she had to, but because her heart is full. That's a mother's greatest wish." The room fell silent. Some of the guests, including a few fellow celebrities, were seen wiping their own eyes. It's rare in this industry, where so much is curated and polished, to witness a moment so pure, so real, and so deeply human. This wasn't about fame or headlines. This was about a woman who had been through so much, finally being seen, loved, and honored not only by the man she chose, but by his promise to love her family as his own. It's important to remember that Sandara Park's journey hasn't been an easy one. Despite her immense popularity and success, both in South Korea and the Philippines, she's long been viewed as someone who sacrificed a personal life for her professional one. Her fans have always admired her strength, her resilience, and her unwavering optimism, even during times when the pressure of celebrity life must have felt unbearable. Jung Il Woo, known for his calm demeanor and thoughtful personality, has always kept his personal life guarded. But those close to him have said for years that he longed for a deep connection, someone who understood the chaos of fame but chose peace anyway. That someone, it seems, was Sandara. Together, they found comfort, not in extravagance, but in each other's quiet understanding. Their relationship wasn't built on drama or spectacle. It was built slowly, through years of friendship, trust, and shared experiences. And that's what made their vow moment so moving, not just to Sandara's mother, but to everyone who has followed their story. It was the culmination of two lives finally meeting at the right time, in the right way, for the right reasons. After the ceremony, photos began circulating online, unofficial ones shared by attendees. One particularly viral image showed Sandara and her mother in a quiet embrace. Dara had her head on her mom's shoulder, her eyes closed, a soft smile on her face. Her mother held her close, eyes still glassy with emotion. It was a portrait of love in its purest form, not romantic, but maternal, filled with pride and relief and unspoken words. The caption someone added summed it up perfectly. She waited for someone who would love her like we do, and now she has him. Fans from around the world poured into comment sections with messages of love and support. She deserves all this happiness, one wrote. Sandara has always been selfless. Finally, she's getting something just for her. Others praised Jung Il Woo for not only loving Sandara but respecting her family so deeply. The way he bowed to her mom, that's a real man, another comment read. The vow moment has since sparked renewed appreciation for both stars, not just as public figures, but as people. It reminded everyone that behind the glamorous red carpets and perfectly edited Instagram posts, there are real hearts beating, real emotions felt, and real families who dream of moments like these. What makes this story even more special is that it wasn't broadcast or live streamed. It was a private moment shared only through the recollections and emotions of those who were there. And sometimes that's what makes it even more powerful. In an age where everything is for content and clout, this was a moment kept sacred. And yet, its impact reached far beyond that quiet room. As for what comes next for Sandara and Jung Il Woo, the future looks bright. Though no official wedding date has been announced, sources say preparations are quietly underway. But regardless of timelines and announcements, what's clear is this: their bond is strong, their love is genuine, they're united in support. And at the center of it all stands a mother who, after years of watching her daughter carry the weight of the world with a smile, finally got to see her beloved child be cherished in return. As she said through tears, "Now I can breathe. Now I know she's truly loved." And for fans, that's all we ever hoped for too.